and that's the mosque going off, but it's all good. Hi, welcome back. What do we have here? This coding content. It's first episode, first video. It's for a series for people who don't normally code but would like to get into coding. I think people who are not particularly of an industry sometimes can give a perspective where people from the industry wouldn't normally think that was like necessary and stuff like that, because it probably is just commonplace. So this whole series is for people who are not of the industry. This series is for people who are not conversant with coding, programming. So we'll make something. We'll make a CRUD website. That's different from an e-commerce website where it has to handle payments and stuff like that. This one will just be you create, update, read, and delete data. So that's what we'll start off with. Yeah, I also wanted to create this series because, tying it back to people not being of the industry, talking about the industry kind of thing. But also, most of the tutorials out there don't really factor in Africa in the sense of, let's say the global south, right? So if you're not in a Western country or, somewhere where you have a credit card, basically, those tutorials don't really factor in because, again, there's some things in coding that people will be like, no, it's just, it's commonplace, everybody does that. And then, no, not really, not everybody does that. It's the same thing with the hardware, with the computers you use, with what's available to you that doesn't necessarily have to use a credit card. Although we get to a part where you need like a debit card for Azure and cloud computing generally. But to get started, to create a web app, because mobile and all these other ones are a bit more, you need machinery to do that. With a web app, you can create it on, let's call it a minimalist setup. So let's start with that. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment, share. Karibu sana.